Arguments having in every relationships, but do you ever feel like you end up hurting each other more than solving the problem? Today I'm going to show you how to fight fair and come out stronger. You get? So these are the few things that you are going to do or be doing whenever you have an argument with your man or with your lady, in order not to end up fighting, but rather resolve that very conflict amicably with good understanding from each other. Number one, you have to pause before you react. Don't just start acting up from emotions, or start talking or start reacting because you feel that he or she really hurts you. Because if you do such a thing, instead of you ending up telling him or her your mind or what he really did to you, you end up fighting. Number two, speak from your perspective, not accusing. Don't accuse this very person, but rather you have to make your points very clear. Instead of telling him that you never listened to me, rather tell him or her that I felt ignored when you were not able to hear my own side of the story. You see, this very thing will now make that very person to really understand that you are not here to fight or quarrel, rather that you want to point out something, that you want to correct something, an impression, without fighting. You want to reach a concession with him or her without you two fighting or quarreling over that. And you see that at the end of the day, that this very argument is going to be resolved peacefully. Number three, always listen attentively. Yes, when there is an argument, you know everybody's body is hot and everybody wants to say how he or she really felt. But you need to listen. When the other is talking, probably you will be just nodding your head, you get, and be listening to him or her to actually know what is wrong or the thing that you did that did not go down well with him or her. And with that, you'll be able to know how to come in if you are to apologize or whatever. Number four, find common ground, not winning points, because you guys are not in the court of law where everybody is trying to make his own point. You get, where everybody wants to actually win that very case. Remember that this thing is a relationship. You guys are not here to actually know who is going to win the case, rather that you want to still maintain a peaceful relationship, unless you don't want that relationship any longer. That is when you now start trying to see if you are going to win the third person. You will just be saying, your mouth will just be running kata 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 kata, because you really want to, you get. But here you guys are not trying to do that, rather you want that relationship to still stand. So if you really want that relationship to still stand, please always find common ground. You get, not trying to, like, baby, you see, this thing that you think that is this way is actually this very way. I tell you, that very person will now say, okay, I'm sorry. That is where an apology will now come in. The person will just say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't understand it that very way. And you now see that you guys are now doing very well. And you now see that that very conflict will now be resolved amicably, peacefully, without anybody going back bearing grudges for each other. Then the final one, you end with reassurance and care. Baby, okay, since it is like this, I have heard all you have said. I tell you that it will not happen again. I'll make sure that I try everything possible within my reach, that I will always do it that very way. Since you doesn't like that, you get, I will always try to do it the other way, so that nobody will feel disrespectful. or somebody or nobody will be left out in this very stuff. And still kiss, hug, and do some little touches. And I tell you, if you do this, that relationship, you already saved it. That relationship will always sell very, very high instead of coming or dying off slowly. See in my next video if you like what I'm doing. I still remain your only Ogo Dicta. Click on my channel to subscribe and still follow me for more relationship advice and intimate stuffs. Bye for now. Remain blessed. Bye.